Hey class, this is Mr. Clark again. These are video lecture notes for History 20 for Chapter 1.2, Early Civilizations in the Aegean and the Western Hemisphere. Next slide. The first section of that chapter is entitled The Flowering of Minoan Civilization. Homer's Iliad focused on a key event in early Greek history known as the Trojan War. Civilization came to Europe later than civilization which developed in the Fertile Crescent. The earliest known civilization on the European continent developed in southern Europe, and it was the ancient Greek civilization. Our knowledge of the earliest period of ancient Greek history is, as with most areas on Earth, limited. Much of it comes from oral tradition, and the most well-known poet, chronicler of early Greek history, was an individual known as Homer, who wrote and recorded two major stories, legends they originally thought to be from Greek history, the Iliad and the Odyssey. We now know through archaeological finds that it wasn't just fiction, these stories, that there was a city of Troy. Some of these events, including the Trojan War, almost certainly occurred in some form or another, and it is a very good starting point for the study of the history of ancient Greece. Next slide. Next section of the book is entitled The Flowering of Minoan Civilization. The first Greek civilization developed on the island of Crete around 3000 BCE. Crete is a large island in the Mediterranean Sea, just south of the Aegean Sea, and this is where the earliest civilization of ancient Greece developed. Next slide. The next section is entitled The Rise of Persian Civilization. The Persian Empire reached its zenith in the Middle East and in West Asia around 500 BCE. Ancient Persia arose as a rival empire to the civilization which developed in Greece, and there would be contact and connection between these two early civilizations as time went by. Next slide. The rise of Persian civilization is the next section in the textbook. The Persian religion, known as Zoroastrianism, influenced later religions, including Christianity and Islam. Zoroastrianism is an ancient religion which predates both Christianity and Islam, and many of the key ideas of both Christianity and Islam can trace their origin to Zoroastrianism, including the belief in heaven and hell. Next slide. Amerindian civilization. Civilization began in the Americas around 1800 BCE, over 1,000 years later than civilization in Mesopotamia or Egypt. Indian civilizations were varied and differed from Central to South America. Next slide. Amerindian civilization is the next section. The Chauvin civilization flourished in the Andes Mountains of Peru between 900 and 200 BCE. The Chauvins were among the earliest to develop a civilization in the Americas, and their civilization was located in the mountains of the Andes, and it thrived for hundreds of years. Next slide. The Amerindian civilization is the next section. The Olmec civilization appeared in what is today Mexico around 1400 BC. The Olmecs developed an elaborate civilization that became the ancestor of later civilizations that would arise there, including the Aztecs. Next slide. And that's a brief overview of chapter 1.2, Early Civilizations in the Aegean and the Western Hemisphere. Talk to you later.